I'm going to do some experiments today using holographic molds. Now, these have already got the hologram inside them, so I'm going to do some different experiments with those, and I'm also going to try and make some coasters that are holographic. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work. What I've got is some holographic window film here. It's really cheap, so that's why I thought I'd try it. And all I'm going to do is cut it down to the size of the centerpiece. Now, I've got a whole roll of this. If it works, I'm going to try and make something else with it as well in another video. Now, these are very subtle holograms in here, so I'm not sure how well they're going to come out, but it's going to be interesting to see. I'm not going to make the small ones today. All I need to do for this is cut out a circle that's the same size of this centerpiece here, using this, and put the ridged side, and you can feel the difference, up that way, facing upwards. So I've cut my circles out, and this actually has a backing on it that stops it adhering to things and sticking to itself. So all you need to do is take your backing off, make sure your mold is completely clean, and then you should be able to stick this to that bit of the mold really easily. Push any air bubbles that you've got out, and then that will stay in there. And actually you can see that is a hologram in there, and it's reflecting the color, but I have no idea what it's going to be like once it's cast, whether it's going to pick that up or not. Now, I'm going to try different things in here. The first two, I'm going to use some chameleon powder in the mold first and see if that'll pick that up and still be a hologram. I'm going to use two different ones. I've marked on the mold what I'm doing with it. I know. Now, I think if these are popular and if these come out well, then what I think is they'll sell well because they'll be different. And then this one, I'm going to be using this galaxy powder. They look quite pretty already, just like that. I love these chameleon powders. And then these two, I'm going to use mica powder, just standard mica powder. And then I'm going to do a clear one and three where I mix the colour into the resin first. I've got all my resin mixed up, and what I'm going to be using is some opaque colour in the resin for the coloured ones. And it's not going to need much to get a good opaque colour. I'll link them in the description below, don't worry. I mean, look at that, that's come out really well. So my colours are all mixed up. All I'm going to do is pour those into those moulds like this. And I'll leave them for a couple of minutes and then go over them with a long neck lighter. Remember, never a torch. You don't want to be burning your mould in any way. And I'll let those cure up. And then the rest of them, I'm going to pour in some clear into the clear ones, even though I probably have got some mica powder or something in there. A little bit because I'm so messy, and then clear over the top of these ones, which are the ones with the mica powder and the ones with the chameleon powder, and then put them somewhere to cure. And then for the coasters, I've got this one which I'm going to do clear, and this one I have covered in some chameleon powder as well to see if that will come out. I'm going to go around, remove any little bubbles that have got caught in the corners of my mould, get them to come up. And then I can burst those when I go over them with a long neck lighter. And then I'll show you what they look like cured. Well, I'm ready for the big reveal. And this is the ones that I think are going to be the most problematic. And that did actually cure now, so that it's cured with that in there. And I think that's worked pretty well. I'm not sure how holographic that is, but it has got a bit of holographic to it. I think it looks better with the colour in it, but I like it. I really like it. I do like how they've come out. I think they've come out really pretty. Lovely and clear. So let's look at these ones. The first ones I'm going to look at are the clear ones. We can see if that has produced a hologram. Oh, definitely. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. And if you had a colour behind that, so it was hanging from something, earrings or something, I think that would pick up the light really well. Much better than I thought it was going to do, actually. Yeah, definitely much better. So these are the ones where I put the chameleon flakes. So let's have a look at that. Oh, and they've worked really nicely too. Yeah, definitely, that works. You wouldn't want to pour onto this side to dome up, because then it would remove all that pattern from it. This is the mica powder. And again, yeah, that has come out great. I'm really impressed with these molds. I like them a lot. I'll link them in the description below if you want to get hold of them. They're really pretty. And these are the ones with the solid colours. And they've worked out lovely too. Overall, a great little mold. And I'm very, very pleased with it. I'm really pleased with the way that that has come out. And I do like these too. I think they've come out really well. Obviously, that isn't as holographic as I would hope. I think I would have to look at some other holographic plastic to cast. So if you've got any ideas or suggestions, then let me know in the comments, because I would love to know. So not only that, but you can actually get this plastic out again and reuse it if you want to, because you cut it to the size that you needed it, then the plastic will actually come out. That mica powder or chameleon powder that you've used there isn't going to make any difference now, because that is well embedded in there. But look at that, that looks so pretty. And that way, when you put your mugs on it or whatever you're going to use on it, that plastic isn't going to be there. But if you want it to be there, then there's no reason not to leave it in. There we go, look at that one as well. Actually, I think without the plastic there, it is a little bit more holographic than it was before. And the other thing is, these are lovely and clean. You can put these to one side and just make some more. Hope you've enjoyed this project. Boot the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to learn more about resin and a great technique to make some jewellery that sells really well, then be sure to check out this video that's coming up next. You won't want to miss it. Take care, enjoy your resin. Bye.